now we are joined by the Meralco Bolts. We have head coach Luigi Trillo and Akil Mitchell. So same format as last time. We'll start with an opening statement from both the player and the coach, and then we'll open up the floor to media for questions for about 10 minutes. So coach, go ahead.
Yeah, just proud of the guys. Coach Ned was saying that, we have some guys who haven't been in rhythm. Ange Kwame, DJ Kennedy, some of these guys haven't played, diba? And then yung mahirap here, hard for us is we've had 1 month where we haven't had games, right? And for the other side, I think they've had 10 games in the span of 20 days, 4 out of 9 wins, but they're in their flow, right? But these guys didn't give up. This guy led us with his big rebounds, and I think the nice thing about bringing Akil, he's a professional. He's been around. He knows how to win, just like our former import also, Eddie Durham. But big for us. I think this is our first time that we've gotten 2 wins, and obviously more games ahead of us.
Yeah. I don't know if it's on. Like Coach said, a lot of our guys haven't been in rhythm, but fortunate for me, I have been. I got here.
You have.
A few days. Yeah. So I've been playing and feel like I'm in a good rhythm right now, in good shape. So, a lot of love, a lot of appreciation for this team for bringing me here, and it's been nothing but respect, nothing but admiration. They've welcomed me like family, and I really do appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Like I said, I've been to a lot of countries, a lot of places, and to get here, just a few days ago, and to already feel like I'm a part of the group is really special. So I appreciate you, Coach, for welcoming me.
Floor is now open to the media for questions. If you do have a question, please raise your hand and we'll pass the mic over.
Good evening, Coach. Good evening, Akil. I'm also from Daily Tribune. First question is for Coach Luigi. Coach, this might be Akil's first game in a Meralco jersey, but with 33 points and 22 rebounds so far, how impressed are you with his first impression with the Bolts?
Yeah, he's got his motor running. I said he's a bigger version of Cliff or Mike Phillips. Character-wise, we did background checks. He's played all over the world, and not only has he played all over the world, but he's been a professional and he's won. He came from Puerto Rico, they won there. But just fortunate, things happened, fell out. We're blessed that we have him. We have a lot of expectations this year sa ESL. I know last year we just joined in as a substitute for Ginebra, but I think that ESL tournament strengthened us for the PBA. That's how we won our first championship. I think moving forward, more than anything is that the players also see what he brings in practice. So we're excited to have him. He's going to be part of our Meralco family. And now we will focus on the PBA, which opens on the 27th.
Question for Akil. Your first game in the Meralco jersey, how fast was that gelling with the squad, and eventually that helped you guys for this win?
I didn't think it was that tough. We've been practicing pretty hard the last few days, and like I said, the character of the guys means a lot. So even in the first day, the communication from everybody, explaining to me where to go, showing me the weight room, little things like that go a long way. So I didn't think it was that difficult. Tonight was a tough match, a really tough battle. Like Coach said, with a team that, they've lost some games, but they have really good players. Burton's tough, Williams is tough. They've got a lot of hot shooters. So it shows the character of the guys that we could fight back and win a game like that, honestly. It's tough to, even at home, you feel like the other teams on the road, the pressure's kind of on you, and we didn't give up. So, in my first week, I'm already kind of seeing the type of team that we have, and I'm impressed as well.
Thank you.
Coach, congratulations. It was a tough win and a great comeback. So, can you just share with us what was talked about prior to this comeback?
Salamat. Coach Nena just also reminding us more of understanding our situation, right? Situation is that team has had a lot of games. We have a couple of guys who are new. Different situation in the PBA where you only have one import, so the other guys have to fit in, right? But I think what was most impressive with us was we weren't at our best. We're missing Elaine, Maliksi, and CJ. They're our sharpshooters. They space the floor. Those guys are buckets. AB is still not there. Those three are huge in what we do. They have a lot of impact, right? And we know the character of those guys. But we came in here and it was like an ugly game. I don't think it was tough. Guys were diving on the floor. Some of our players are going through some things personally, and I admire some of them to come here and put that uniform on. But it was a dogfight, And I didn't say this at the start. We have to commend also KCC because they came here with a lot of grit and they controlled most of the game. It was unfortunate that we had some guys who fouled out, but they had some guys who fouled out. It could have gone either way, right? And their first season, I think, here, and I think the advantage we have is we were here last year. So, yeah. Thank you.
Coach, congratulations on improving to 2-1 in Group B. Coach, with the way Akil played, it seems it's a good preview for you and for the rest of your opponents in the Commissioner's Cup. How excited are you for Akil to perform that in the domestic league also here in the Easl?
Yeah, I think, you look at the other teams, they probably have a little more talent. I think we've added our talent, but yung PBA Commissioner's Cup, the next tournament is we have to just be tough, right? And I think that's what Akil brings, right? So it's gonna be, we've got maybe 3 weeks before we open. We know the other teams have added players. We respect that. Some of the other teams have also gotten quality imports, but we believe in our guys. We believe in the practices we have. He's gonna fit right in what we do. And the thing I think he brings that other bigs do is he can do multiple things on defense. He can switch, he can show, he can drop, he can bring the ball for us. He's like an extension of like Cliff, Anu, Elaine. Our coaching staff, Coach Nena, is very happy and excited to have him. So we have a lot of work ahead of us, but so far we like what we see in practice, and we have to continue that.
Okay, you have 22 rebounds tonight. Obviously the points will be there, but the rebounding was huge for you. How important is that going to the succeeding games?
I had an old coach used to say, "Board man gets paid." It's important. Playing a lot of the five. It's what I do. It's what I hang my hat on. The points, honestly, like you said, will go up and down. They'll fluctuate. Some nights you have good nights, some nights you don't. But rebounding is about heart, about hustle, about positioning, about smart. So, it's just kind of part of my game.
Coach, good evening. Jerry Ramos from Spin.ph. Coach, can you just talk about that three-pointer by Bong Quinto? He has 2 of 2 from long range tonight.
Salamat, Jerry. Yeah, Bong has been big. I mean, you've seen him with us even in the PBA on tour and other times when we have injuries. How many best players of the games has he had in the PBA? His journey to being one of our leaders and our go-to guys on the team is incredible. Second round pick. Can't say enough about him. I still think he can still improve. Looking at his game, we were telling him, okay, pag libre, tira mo, shoot it, and he did. Still some things to improve on Bong. We have to go to the film. I think there were certain times defensively he can still improve, but very, very proud of Bong and how he took it, and also the guy leading to the assist. We have heroes all around. Obviously, they'll talk about DJ, Akil, but Anjo coming in and giving quality minutes. He got that smallest guy on the court, but he also made that pass that fed to the 3-point shot. So, just he gets the best player now, but there are a lot of guys who chipped in to get that get this win.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations to the win. In the PBA, Coach, Meralco is known to hoist a lot of three-point shots, even four-point shots in the last conference. And tonight, you only took 12 three-point shots, and Wong was the only one who converted on three-point shots. That you still pulled out the win, and KCC was 13 out of 31 from 3 points. Just talk about how important that change in your offensive mentality for this game to concentrate more in the inside, and you're still able to pull off that win.
Yeah, I mean, look at the first half, 53. Good question. 53 to 42. We gave them 53 points. They had 6 threes in the first quarter. They had, I think, 9 assists in the first quarter. That set the tone. And we knew we're coming in there where we're not in a field. First time of Akil to play with us, but we had to grind it out. And I think in the second half, you saw they got a little bit tired. Some of the guys fouled out, but 53, we gave them 27 points, right? So I think the grit and the having to do it tough will be there. Our threes will come. We practice it a lot. Guys do their own practice. This guy is gonna be double team inside, and we will take it. But I think we're playing to our strengths. I think DJ was missing a bit, but he started taking it inside. Akil could have settled for threes. He had 1 3-pointer. It's what we want him to do. 2 to 3 a game there, but he's playing to his strengths. But the threes, I think, in the PBA will come again, most especially when CJ, Elaine are floor spacers. He doesn't know them, he hasn't seen them yet, but those are our main guys from 3.
We'll take one
Hey,
more
Coach.
question. We'll take one more question from the media.
Coach, any injuries lang on Raymond and Masan? He didn't play tonight.
Yeah, Coach Leonard said he's missed some practice. There's certain things happening personal, kahit si Cliff. But we believe in Raymond, we believe in Toto, we believe in Alvin. Our minutes pag PBA is more, we gave it about 10, 11 guys. Right now, we needed to shorten the lineup just so guys could get the rhythm. Mahirap eh. We haven't practiced and had a game in 1 month, right? So sometimes you need to sacrifice that so guys can get in rhythm. We noticed in the first half, some of these guys didn't have rhythm. But make no mistake about it, those guys moving forward, even in the ESL, will probably play. We've had some guys go down in practice. Don't want to talk about yung personal stuff, but si Raymond came back. He had probably 2 days of practice. Cliff also, but he came in a little bit earlier. So, but we believe in those guys. They're a reason why they're there. I think as we move forward, they'll get some minutes.
I think we have one more question over here.
Coach, last question. This is for Akil, but obviously you previously were in Qingdao. Miles Powell, well-known commodity here in Philippines with Bay Area Dragons, led the team to the Game 7 against Ginebra. Kind of an exciting forte, but you've had an experience play Chinese basketball tonight, Filipino basketball against Korean basketball. You have a unique view on sort of different styles of play. Obviously, in my position, I think about this all the time in terms of how do Koreans play, how do Filipinos play, how do Chinese play, how do Japanese play. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on, maybe 3 bullet points. What is your experience on what is Chinese basketball, what is Filipino basketball for today, and what is Korean basketball, and how those guys or those sort of strategies match up against each other?
Yeah, great question. I have been fortunate enough to play honestly all over the world. Tonight was, I thought, a very physical game. ESL might be a bit different than the domestic leagues and all 3 of them. But the Koreans, they shot the laces off the ball, which, it's my first time playing a Korean team. But I've heard even from the scouting report that, it's kind of what they do. Where they 41, 42% from 3 tonight. I know they've got sharpshooters. And Busan maybe isn't a representative sample of every Korean team, but if that's what it is, then the Koreans can shoot it. China is a bit more of an NBA style game, 48 minutes, a lot more floor spacing, and then you've got stars that really dominate. A lot of the imports will come over and be expected to play make, to score, to defend, and to play heavy minutes this season. They've got 2 imports that can play together at the same time, which I know is also different from what PBA will be when we get to that. But in the past, it's been a lot more import dominant. But there's still some really talented Chinese players, also a very physical league. But 48 minutes, a lot of space, and a lot of one-on-one. And then Philippine basketball, it's honestly my first game, but even in the last few weeks, it's been very fast-paced. I think we're going to want to play up and down, play at a high pace, play at a high tempo. We're obviously missing a lot of guys, but I think my advantage in all of those leagues has been able to be versatile. My size and physicality in the Philippine league will be, I think, a strength for me, but also, like Coach said, being able to switch, being able to be smart enough to understand what teams want to do is going to be my strength. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Philippine basketball, learning some more about it. But tonight was a good one.
Thank you guys. Salamat. Thanks for waiting.